What it is with y'all? It's your boy MGZ coming at y'all with another video, and in today's video we got another reaction to Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, and we got Against the Wind in this one. Now, Bob Seger, I've really been enjoying his music. I really actually have been loving the music. I think my favorite song I've reacted to by him so far is I like Night Moves. I actually like Night Moves. Night Moves was a real good one. I have a Bob Seger playlist on my channel if you guys are interested in watching my other reactions to him. But Bob Seger, when I listen to him, right, it's just like I think that at the age I'm at 22, when I listen to his music and just his lyrics and the pictures he paints throughout his songs and his emotion throughout those songs, they kind of sit with you, as a young man myself, for sure. Now I'm excited to get into this one. I've really been loving Bob Seger, so you guys keep letting me know what songs you want to see me react to. If you're new to this channel, we react to all sorts of music, songs, groups, and artists, so be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn the post notifications on. Now, I'm not going to sit here and hold y'all too much longer. Against the Wind. Let's get into it, y'all. Ooh.
Seems like yesterday, but it was long ago. Jane, it was lovely, she was the queen of my night. There in the darkness with the radio playing low and the secrets that we shared, the mountains that we moved, caught like a wildfire out of control, till there was nothing left to burn and nothing left to prove. And I remember what she said to me, how she swore that it never would end. I remember how she held me oh so tight. Wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Against the wind, we were running against the wind. We were young and strong, we were running against the wind. And the years rolled slowly past, and I found myself alone, surrounded by strangers I thought were my friends. Found myself further and further from my home, and I guess I lost my way. There were oh so many roads. I was living to run and running to live, never worried about paying or even how much I owe. Moving 8 miles a minute for months at a time, breaking all of the rules that would bend. I began to find myself searching for shelter again and again. Against the wind, little something against the wind. I found myself seeking shelter against the wind. running against the wind. I'm still running against the wind. Against the wind. I'm still running against the wind. I'm still running against the wind. Against the wind. Still running against the wind. Running against the wind. Running against the wind. Against the wind. See the young man run against the wind. Watch a young man run against the wind. Watch a young man running against the wind. I'll be running against the wind. Against the wind. Let the cowboys ride against the wind. Against the wind. Let the cowboys ride against the wind. I'll be riding against the wind. Against the wind. Against the wind. Against the wind. Riding against the wind. Against the wind. Against the wind. Ride, 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 against the wind.
Man, I feel like I say this with every song I react to on this channel, that it's my new favorite, it's my new favorite and whatnot. But just, it is honestly to me so incredible how you had so many different artists and bands and groups who were just able to put out such good music at that time. And this just goes right back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video and why I enjoy listening to Bob Seger so much. His lyrics, the pictures he paints, just the music, man, these harmonies at the end, the keyboard, like a whole, like you just like it's greatness. It really is greatness. And this is that timeless music. And I'm so happy I'm finally being able to sit here and just listen to it and enjoy it and just, take on this experience for the first time. It truly is something else. And when I listen to this song, I just sit back and think about, life and how far I've came in life and, the passage of time. In the beginning, I think he said the name Jane. So you could be looking at past relationships, and loss and longing, and then you move forward in time, and he's talking about how these people that he once thought were friends, were strangers, and this is kind of just like the way of life, and how life is never going to be easy or perfect. You're going to face adversity. It's about resilience and all sorts of things like that. So just listening to Bob Seger and the way he puts that emotion and the theme into this song was beautiful. I love the keyboards in this one. I think the keyboards really did its thing. And then with that guitar mix and just the vocals and the harmonies at the end, everything about this was honestly just like was perfect. And like I said before, like when I get older and when I have kids and everything like that, this is the type of music they're gonna grow up listening to, right? I'm not gonna be, oh, you gotta listen to this, you gotta listen to that, but this is the stuff that I feel like would change a lot of people's perspective on music and life, right? Like I said before, I've said this plenty of times that music really does impact people. I think it impacts society, right? You look at a lot of the music nowadays, especially like hip hop, rap, and whatnot, and you see the stuff that they're promoting, violence and selling drugs, all that type of stuff, right? And then you look at some of these younger generation kids and the stuff that the way they're living, and then you look at songs like pop and like that new age pop stuff, that heartbreak music and everything, and then you look at some of these kids nowadays, and it's just they're always so like depressed or heartbroken or falling in love and this and that and this and that, and it's like, man, like you gotta listen to some real pure music that's gonna make you feel good, music that's gonna make you reflect and feel good about life and understand that these are the struggles that come with, but you know like, you know what I mean. So that's Against the Wind by Bob Seger. I really did enjoy that one, and I'm looking forward to doing some more. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. It's your boy MGZ signing out, y'all.